back to Late Night Frights. It's Vanessa, and for today's video, horror battles, I am going to be battling Wishmaster versus Candyman. Both of these movies are both really unique horror films. I really enjoy both of them. But before I start, quick disclaimer, I do want to apologize. I'm kind of tired. I got home from school a couple hours ago, but I'm just really sore because in gym today we had to run the mile. Pretty hard for me. But yeah, I'm just really sore and kind of tired, and that just really tired me out. And yeah, I'm really tired in general and exhausted because waking up at 6:20 in the morning isn't fun. So yeah, anyways, now that I have that out of the way, we're just gonna get started with the plot of each film. So let's do this. Candyman. It came out in 1992, and this movie is about the Candyman, which is pretty much a murderous killer. He's labeled as Candyman. He has a murderous soul, so he's very evil, and he has a hook for a hand. So he's summoned to a real world from a skeptic grad student. So graduated skeptic. If you don't not a non-believer type of thing. While researching the monsters myth, researching Candyman, they got Candyman into the real world and killing people very weird ways, and it's a very creepy horror film, and it's very enjoyable in my opinion. So yeah, now for the plot of Wishmaster. This is kind of going on a different road, but kind of similar. So a dynamic thing, again, very evil type of thing. I don't really know how to explain what kind of killer this is. It is kind of like a creature, but it's called a dynamic dinge. I can't pronounce it. He grants 3 wishes. Whatever you have wished for, it ends up being, they try to turn something a good thing that you wish for into bad. So no matter what you wish for, it always ends up being negative and ends up either killing you or hurting you, or you get the point. This allows him to summon his breath into earth, and it sounds kind of confusing. I'm telling you the plot, but it's a good movie. It's pretty much just you grant 3 wishes, and then that's pretty much how he kills you. And so I'm going to talk about the cast for this movie because Robert Englund in this movie, and I'm sure Robert Englund is a very familiar name. Yes, he plays Freddy Krueger in the Nightmare on Elm Street films, so I'm pretty sure you already knew that, but if you didn't know, yeah, that's him. Yeah, Robert Englund, he is very famous from especially Nightmare on Elm Street, and all of a sudden he's in this Wishmaster. I feel, this is just my personal opinion, I feel like Robert Englund's gonna do whatever he wants, doesn't really care if it gets, if it's if it's popular or not, he's just gonna do what he wants to do regarding, the movie franchise. You have Tammy Lauren, Andrew Divoff. For the Candyman cast, you have Virginia Madsen, Xander Berkeley, Tony Todd. Basically, there's pretty good cast in each film, in my opinion. Wishmaster came out in 1997, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that. So, now that you know the pretty much synopsis of each film, I'm going to dive into, the rounds and do this horror battle. Round 1 is the story. I personally think each film has very well-developed story behind it, and I think each story is very, kind of similar, in my opinion, because both of these are, have that, feel of a tall tale or I can't think of the name, but stories that people just say, oh my, okay, it's really aggravating me that I can't come up with the name, that it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't. Pretty much stories, when you're not scary stories, but kind of pretty much tall tales. I'm just gonna say that. That's not the word I'm looking for, but I'm pretty sure you guys get what I'm talking about. So movies seem like tall tales and creepy stories that you would tell around the campfire that aren't actually true. They just do it to scare you. But I feel like they brought these movies to life because, I don't know, for some reason I'm getting goosebumps For Wishmaster, like, I feel like I've read a Goosebumps book. I used to read Goosebumps all the time. I'm pretty sure I read most of these books. I was obsessed with Goosebumps. If you don't believe me, one second. Some of my books that I could find right in my drawer. Deep Trouble. Like, these books, now that I think about, they are so small. And, like, the words are so big. Like, font size. I'm trying to look for the one I was talking about. Ghost Beach. Night of the Living Dummy Chair. I don't even know what I'm looking for. This is, like, my fave. Do you remember this? One Day at Horrorland. I really like that book. Ooh, I like... This is not... Curse of Camp Cold Lake. Like, these books were pretty much my thing. I loved Goosebumps. I think it was yeah, the book was called Be Careful What You Wish For, and it was, you know, again, granting 3 wishes. You end up regretting your wishes later because it turns into something you would never wanted, and I really like that concept in the story, and Candyman as well. I just think that is a very creepy kind of, you know, premise to a film. I can't even talk today. Literally, that mile, like, tired me out. Like, I'm sorry if I'm, like, mumbling and, like, don't even know what I'm talking about and saying like 1,000 times. I'm really sorry. One of my pet peeves is when people are talking and they constantly say like, and I feel like I do it so much. Ironically, I don't want to do it, it just happens, and I apologize for that. Anyways, for story, I'm just gonna give it to Wishmaster because I love that whole concept, even though it's been done 1,000 times, I feel like, especially with Goosebumps, and I feel like they've done it on TV shows and stuff like that. So I feel like that concept is not really original, but it is a concept I really enjoy. So round 2 is originality, and I would probably have to go with Candyman because it's something it just sticks out to me, Candyman. I don't really think of any horror movie and think, oh, that's just like Candyman, or Candyman's just like that movie. So it's like it's a standalone film, like Candyman for what it is, and I think it's a very good horror movie, and I think it's very original for what it does in the movie. The whole kind of fantasy, it does have, like, I don't know, to me it has like a fantasy kind of aspect because he's going to the real world, and it's supposed to be like a mythical thing, like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot, or if unlike, I don't know, or the Abominable Snowman. I believe in all those things, but that's just mythical creatures that people don't believe in. And in this movie, Candyman is portrayed like a Bigfoot or a Abominable Snowman, if you will. And then when he actually, you know, people start seeing him, it's like, this is real, and it's really crazy. Round 3 is acting/actors. I've already told you the actors' names, so I'm just gonna, like, jump right in. I'm gonna have to go for acting and both movies had really pretty decent acting. I'm gonna give it a tie because honestly, I don't see huge differences in each film, acting being better or worse from another film, but like I said, it's a tie. So now it's a tie, you know, 3-3, or no, 2-2. And round 4 is the kills and the killer. So the killer, you have the Wishmaster versus Candyman. These two killers are very creepy, but I'm gonna have to go with Candyman. Candyman is so creepy. Round 5 is the last round, obviously, and it's just overall enjoyment, very simple. I'm probably gonna have to go with... I'm gonna go with Candyman on this one because Candyman, I feel like it scared me a little bit more when I was younger. A lot of horror movies don't really scare me. Never watched Candyman. It was really creepy. I'm pretty sure I had like a nightmare about it. I'm not really sure, but I know my older sister, when she was younger, my mom or my dad used to scare her. I say my dad because we have different dads. Like, used to scare her and say Candyman because she was terrified of him. And I don't know, I was definitely not as terrified of him as her, but that's just off topic. I get really off topic and I apologize. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Candyman won this horror battle. Let me know what you guys think about these horror films, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm actually really happy. Again, just a quick little thing I want to say because I'm really happy because I'm going camping this weekend and I'm very excited about it. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the video. And yeah, make sure to check out everyone else's videos this week, and I'll see you all next Friday with a new theme. Bye.